Welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. On this episode, it's time to figure out more of the mining. This is the one rover that I built in the previous episode. It did okay, learned a little bit on it, so I went ahead and tried making a bigger one with hydrogen engines. Well, yeah, they worked, but they put out 500 kilowatts, I believe it is, for H2O2 engines. Yeah, they put out 500 kilowatts each. I went a little overboard with 3 of them. So I played around with that a little bit. It's gonna have to be a different style, but I'm learning. And I also just extended the connection from this refinery to hook up to that one and gave this one its own refinery to go ahead and plug into. Now, I also kind of messed around with the sorters a little bit. And boop, boop, boop. Yeah, conveyor sorters. That's what they are. And I'd like to thank the viewer Brett for telling me to mess around with the sorters and ejectors when I'm mining just to get rid of the stone. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit. But I went ahead and set up one mining operation because I needed to start really getting some stuff in here. I thought I had a lot of iron ingots. I had like 25,000 of them because I was mining right over there with my ship, bringing it in, dumping it, and that's why I set up the second refinery to help speed things up. It worked, but not enough. So I was like, well, let me go mess around with, making a mining platform. So over here, where I said, I don't have very much silver. Let me go ahead and set one up. Well, I started setting one up. Figured my first large cargo container, 422,000 liters. And I had set up a little mining platform, set up some drills, and I got partway down there. Oh my gosh, there's some more materials. I'm going down for them. Yeah, so I made a little bit of a hole. So there we go. And whoa. Well, that certainly saved me. Let's try it again. Let's get away from the hole. So I was able to go down a little bit, and I learned what not to do and how to do it. And I was like, all right. I missed my target for the silver, so I had to move it over a little bit. And I was like, well, I'm just going to experiment again right here. And as I was building the platform, I ran out of steel plates. Because back at the main base, I did not have enough iron ingots. So I went out over here, right there, to set up another mining operation. I had to tear down this stuff, move it over, tear down a little bit, move it back over, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally got it. So I set up this mining platform. I first start off putting 2 pistons. Well, here, let me start from the beginning. I set up a large cargo container, put the conveyors up there, a conveyor junction, put an advanced rotor because I can transfer any item through there. Put in 2 pistons, hooked up 4 drills to it, went down as far as I could, dismantled them, added 2 more pistons, kept on going. And this first one goes, well, the first large cargo container was right there. Then I added a second and a third one, and that seemed to handle everything that it was pulling out. Now, when I first started up, and I found out that when things start shaking or don't go as planned, that's clang. Clang came up and reared its ugly head, or pretty head. I don't want to anger him or her. So I added this support going up, welded all of the plates, so now it was connecting to that. The drill still shook a little, but it got down there. Oh my gosh, it just kept going and going and going. I was pulling out millions of stone, kilograms of stone. and processing it all. Well, now with the iron ingots, I got 14,400 right there. We'll call it 14. There's another 3, so that's 17. 159,000. So we got a 244,000. 250. We'll call it, yeah, like 250,000 iron ingots I got out of this. Plus whatever miscellaneous gravel, nickel, silicon. Yeah. Again, just miscellaneous stuff that I got out of it. This worked out really good. Now, one refinery wasn't keeping up to it. I added a second one while the drills were still going. The second one still couldn't keep up. So I added a third refinery. Couldn't keep up. And it finally just, I said, screw it. That's where it's going to be. So 3 refineries, 4 drills. I had to set up 8 wind turbines just to handle the power of it. And I finally plopped down a battery. The lesson I learned from this one is I've got to think bigger. Much bigger. There's the whole universe out there. I don't need to make it small and compact. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start making these things a lot bigger. And again, thanks to Brett's suggestion, I'm going to work with sorters and ejectors. So the plan is to go ahead, build a base, or expand this base. Because there are, where are they? Boom, boom, boom. As I was wandering around, there are a few iron deposits right in here. And I believe, yeah, there's the other one right over there. So I'm going to go ahead and extend this platform out and start setting up another mining rig to go down and get that one. Now the other thing too is this iron deposit down here. I missed the mark. There's the center of it. I missed it by 6 meters. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to move it over. Yeah, I might, oh gosh, everything's in the way. Well, maybe I just might expand it over here and work on getting this one down here. Where is it? There it is right there. This one I've only got to go 35 meters down. That other one, if I remember right, I think it was closer to 70 or 80 meters. That's why I had to put 4 pistons on it. But here, I'm going to go ahead and start getting this set up. So I'm going to start by laying out more of these, more of the platform. I'm going to start welding everything up as I go. I've got lots going on here, or I should say lots of iron ingots. And then I will go ahead and tap in to this deposit right down in here. And I think what I'm going to do is first drill down right into it first. So I know exactly where I'm aiming for, put a GPS marker, and go for it. So I'll see everybody real shortly. Quick side note, instead of flying back and forth over there to the main base to get power, well, mostly hydrogen, so I could fly around, I am just dropping an O2H2 generator right here. Gonna go grab some ice, drop it in, and we'll be good to go. And that's the last of it for the conveyors and the conveyor junctions. I've just wrapped it all around here, brought it down, and going over there into that large storage container. So with that done, need to put an advanced rotor on there. Uh-oh, I don't think I've got everything. Oh, all right, let's get this production going. There we go. Ooh, can we get one more? Yeah, let's, ooh, no. Okay, I won't go any further than that. What are we looking at? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And almost right over the hole. Almost. Well, close enough. We should be able to go down there and hit that iron target right down there at 36 meters. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put some pistons. So, I'll be right back and reconfigure this. Alright, that looks good. We'll go with 6 right there. And, okay, so we've got our advanced rotor, our first piston, 6 drills to get going, but however, we're going to be hitting all of this, so that even sucks right then and there. Alright, I'm learning. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Let's go and grind these off for a third time. Okay, that looks better. Now the drill bits are above ground. The rotor will go ahead and spin, but I still need to get it down there. Ah. Okay, I did not have that much trouble. Oh, I was going to say I didn't have that much trouble setting up that one over there. That one's a lot higher, and then I was able to put the pistons on. I went at a lower angle for this one. Okay. Well, let me take care of this. I'll raise all of that up a little bit and bring it on down. See, but if I want the drill bits there and the piston, assuming is 5 meters high. See, the drill bits, they seem to be 1, 2, 3 blocks. It's 7.5 meters. Okay, I'll raise it up 3 more blocks, put the first piston on, and then attach the drills again. Okay, I'll see everybody in about 2 seconds. Here it is. 6 drills all set up. 2 pistons ready to go into action. I went ahead and had it plumbed in here into this conveyor with a conveyor sorter going off into those 3 storage containers and another conveyor sorter going off into these large storage containers. Now, I saw, let me get to it. I saw a little access panel, maybe? Okay, maybe I can't get to that one. This one I can. Oh, that's what I did. I put a tube and then the sorter, and the sorter I just plugged right into there. Okay, learning. So on this one, I poked around a little bit. Let's name this one. We'll have iron ore go through there. And on a white list, we only want iron ore. Oh, there it is. We'll add that. So that should be just iron ore going in that direction. And in this one, white list. And we'll have stone. Oh my. Stone. We'll add that. Oh, and we'll also name this guy Stone. Okay, that should take care of that. No, okay, I can still access it here. Make the adjustments to the rotor and the pistons as they spin and they go down. Okay, so. Uh-oh. Oh. You know what? Well, let's call this one 05. We'll call this one 06. Let's see, now that should put it back in order. Nope. Let's close out. Go back in. There we go. So piston number 5. Now what I found out was, okay, I think this through. That one over there, I had 3 drills. This one I've got 6. I don't know if there's a throughput limit on these conveyor tubes and the pistons and the advanced rotor, and let alone daisy chain the drills like that. So let's we'll be conservative. So on, where's it's rotor? Oh, that's right, because I had to grind it down. Value 02, and we'll lock you for now. And the velocity, because I was going at 0.25 RPMs per minute. Piston number 5, we'll extend you out at, oh, what was it? I was going at 0.01, so we'll go 0.005. And where's, oh my. Oh crap, which ones are which? 7. Okay, so it'd have to be that one, 2, 4, 5, and 6. We'll call this group Drills 01. We'll focus you guys on. Okay. All of those are working. Now, advanced rotor 2 will unlock. Chewing it up? Yep. Oh yeah, it's chewing it. Okay. Oh, let's check the sorters. Let's see, are we getting stone in here? Oh. Or does it go into this one and then overflow? Alright. So it goes into this one first and then it'll overflow. Alright, I'm going to let this go around for a little bit and start collecting it. I'm going to wait until these drill bits get down to this layer of the stone, the low point here, and I'll give you guys an update and see how that's going. So I'll see you in about 2 seconds. Got it at the point where it's just starting to hit out here. Woo! If I can hit the right button again. There we go. Just starting to deform it here to make that circle to go on in. I played around with the settings a little bit. Most noticeable was, where is it? Here on the advanced rotor, I put it up to 0.5 RPM per minute, and then on that first piston that we have over there, I took it to 0.01, which is what I had on those guys over there, and that seems to be handling it okay. Now I'm gonna let it keep going, and I've got already 322,000 stone. Yeah, more noticeable than having just the 3 over there. Oh my gosh, from hand mining to those 3 to these 6, significantly improved. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably put in 2 more of these large storage containers just to let this get going. Because let's see here, we've got whoop. Oh, I don't want the dampers off. I died last time. Okay, so we still have another 33 meters to go until we hit the iron. Each one of those go out 10 meters. You know what? How far is that first one extended? It is already at 6.8 meters. Okay, so we're gonna have to put in probably about 3 more pistons to actually get into the ore and get it all. Or the iron ore, I should say. All right, I'm going to let this keep going. I'm sure there is a way to right-click, drill these things, and just scoop all of this out and not have it go into these containers like that. You know what? That's an incentive. I think I'm going to poke around and mess around with that and see how I can do a right-click drill. So this isn't picking up all the stone and putting it in here. All right, that's what I'm going to do. When I figure it out, I'll let everybody know. So I'll see you guys in about 2 seconds. Alright, I have played around and checked on the internet, Reddit, everywhere. I was not able to find how to use a double right click method to where it just bores a giant hole, other than holding it down while I'm in the control seat. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to let it keep doing its thing. However, this base is going to get a little bit bigger, because so far here in this container we maxed out its capacity, and in container number 5 I don't know, I probably should have just gone straight for it. There it is, container number 5. It's slowly filling up, so it's finally going into that one. So I am just going to let this continue automating itself at a very, very slow rate, going down and making the bigger circles. Take the pistons down as far as they can go. Delete. Grind down all 6 drills. But raise the pistons back up. Put 2 more pistons on it. And let it continue on its journey down there into the iron. So while it is slowly doing that, I am going to expand this base with more refineries and more wind turbines. So that's the plan of attack. After playing around and trying different things, this is the setup that I came up with. I've got, here, we'll start over here. This guy is down there. I went through, punched through the iron deposit, got all of that. Coming up, that last piston, I think, has 3 meters to go, or 2 meters by now. Let's see here. They've piston 8. Yep, about 1.4 meters left to go. Now, what I also did is playing around with the sorters. Had them coming into here, of course. Stone going that way. Iron going off in that direction. And came into 1 storage container and then 2, but it was pumping out so much iron ore I couldn't handle it, so I put a 3rd and a 4th one. The 4th one was way overkill, because these guys have still got, yeah, they're up there, about 1 million iron in that one, and should be about the same on this guy. Yep, yeah, the stone, yeah, it got snaked around. There was a little bit in that container, so I plumbed it, bam, popped it into here, and went in there. Well, I realized these are a 2-way street. So that's why the stone's building up in there. But that's okay, because it'll eventually siphon out and go off and get processed by these 5 refineries. Then I put in 2 assemblers here. Woo! Let me back up. These refineries processing the stone got plumbed into here, and all that they have going in are ingots into these 2 storage containers. Again, 1 was enough, because I haven't even hit the capacity on it. Lesson learned on that one. Then after the ingots are in there, they come into assemblers where I drop the orders, and then the components go off into this storage container. I just come over here, grab what I need, and continue on building. And oh my gosh, this is such a huge capacity. Unbelievable. And I'm playing at normal vanilla, and I think it's 3 times inventory. Well, I was pumping out so much iron ore, which I then threw in 4 refineries to process everything. It's still churning the stuff out. Then I had to throw in some more wind turbines to handle it because those 5 were running and these 4 were running. And every now and then, the 2 assemblers, well, the 1 assembler was running, or both, off and on. Now, after all that, this is nothing but iron ingots. And right now, it's only got 366,000. However, this guy, 540,000. Yeah, getting close to 1 million. Now, I said it before, I thought 25,000 iron ingots were a lot. I'm going to say it again. 1 million iron ingots is a lot. But that should keep me going for a while. Learned a lot about this setup with sorters. On the next mining rig or platform that I'm going to set up, yeah, it's going to be a lot neater, a lot more organized. But I had fun doing it, and I hope everybody enjoyed watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey in space engineers. As always, enjoy life and be safe.